this a Hollow Knight reference? Dang newfangled technology, always getting stuck and breaking. You know, I never had this problem with my old elevator. It's made of good old-fashioned rope and bones. After failing the jump for the beef, just before the elevator hits the ground, we are now trapped in the Underworks, a not-so-subtle allusion to capitalism, where you get paid $1 for a day of work, it take 15 pay for a place to rest. Whoever designed the Underworks has a thing for steamy blade saws. Sorry. Steam and blade saws. Once we successfully navigate the dark and cramped corridors of the Underworks, we enter the Citadel proper by this fountain. And make our way to Songclave, a once quiet place only inhabited by this hermit, which soon will turn into a place for the weary pilgrims who have completed their pilgrimage. This is also where Sherma takes up permanent residence, and has a few encounters that expand on his character and growth as a bug. The Citadel is such a massive area that it has its own transit system in the form of these giant pneumatic tubes, which were shut down in the past not due to concerns about public safety, but because too many bugs got injured, which reduced their work efficiency, the lazy fucks. Back in Hallownest, the bugs worked the mines, and all the while suffering from an orange infection from a giant glowing moth. Hey, hope you're having a good day, and if you are liking the video, please like, subscribe, comment, hype, share, follow me on Twitch, whatever else to boost the engagement on this video. Okay, goodbye, have a good day. The main point of interest after Songclave is another boss encounter. The Cogwork Dancers. These two clockwork combatants fight sharing a tempo, but not a health bar. So focus on one to take down, as you only need to deplete one for the next phase to begin. Phase 2 is faster than 1, but their moves remain the same. In Phase 3, things get more difficult, as the dancers are faster and no longer perfectly in sync, so you have to divide your attention on two targets attacking at different times. Phase 4, if you can really call it that, consists of the remaining dancer going through the motions in a slow and somber manner after losing their partner. It's not skillfully difficult, but emotionally difficult, as I feel kind of bad finishing off the other Cogwork Dancer after it lost its partner. It lost all meaning in its existence. Just feels sad. We are now tasked with finding the 3 parts to a melody, to allow us to progress to the end game. One ability that will be essential to completing this task, we must return to the Underworks to retrieve. The clawline, basically a spear throw that allows you to grab these rings and close the distance to enemies. Since we have killed a member of the Farloom legal system, we are now wanted by Flice, disgusting creatures, and if captured by one of these guys with cages, we're going to jail! After being captured and stripped of our possessions, we must retrieve our belongings and fight our way out of the prison. We cap it all off by breaking this guy's neck and... clearing the arena. And make our way down to the Bellway, where our friend can come and pick us up now that our sentence is served. This experience has left Hornet extremely racist against flies. Understandable. Have a nice day. Alternatively, instead of leaving, we can head to the left and play Peak, specifically the Alpine biome. Mount Fay is a giant platforming challenge where you have to move fast between heat lamps, else you freeze to death in a fairly gruesome manner. After a grueling ascent, we arrive at the very peak and encounter the fluffiest and most majestic creature in the game. The Fey Form, who allows us to take some of its down, quote-unquote, feathers to upgrade our cloak with a double jump and cold air immunity. I wish my down jacket gave me a double jump. I decided to tackle Cogwork Core first, which is a White Palace-esque platforming challenge made extra difficult because I played on the day 1 version, where some hazards did double damage, like these gears. After platforming, we are presented with a small matching puzzle. Here's the solution if you don't want to trial and error your way through it. It's the same on every playthrough. Next, I made my way to High Halls. Why do I hear boss music? Anyways, High Halls, a small platforming challenge, followed by what was the hardest part of the game on my first playthrough. The Gauntlet.
Stop it. Get some help.
Oh God. How long did that take? How many waves were there? Finally, I made my way to the stage above the Grand Bellway to face Trobio, a flamboyant user of Spinjitzu.
Yoink.
After that, we make our way around the vault, find a cylinder that contains the melody, and take it to this guy who has the equipment to play it. Having acquired all pieces of the melody, we return to the room where we face the Cogwork Dancers and play that wondrous melody. I really hope this elevator doesn't end up like the last one. Oh good. We safely made it up. Now it is time for our second fight against Lace, who is now faster, has more attacks, and is in general more difficult than Lace 1, but nothing too different from our first fight down in Deep Docks. Now that Lace is taking a nap, we can continue to ascend even higher to the peak of Farloom, where we face the final boss. Silk, or is it Grandmother Silk? Still unsure of that. For a quote-unquote final boss, GMS is not all that difficult. She has a few attacks like sweeping across the floor, stealing an attack from the Rubians, a screen-wide spiderweb attack that deals 3 damage if she catches you, and in her second phase, she begins to cause small cave-ins that block off a third of the arena at a time, but overall, she's not that difficult. Much like in Hollow Knight, there are multiple endings. The standard ending, where Hornet eats Grandma and seemingly causes the end of Farloom, and metamorphosizes into some sort of higher spider being. Another ending is triggered by killing Grandma while infected by this thing that I found in bile water and gave to this thing in Shellwood. Which prevents you from using anything silk related. In this ending, both Hornet and GMS end up getting trapped by this thing and encased / transformed into wood. As it turns out, this thing is a parasite, much like an actual baby.
This isn't about a right to life. It's about making a choice. A choice we both need to make. A choice between a terrible mistake that can ruin lives and it, I'm dropping the pretenses. We're aborting
the baby.
However, these endings are far from the end of the game and true ending. To actually complete the game, you must complete all the wishes on the wish wall in Bone Bottom, Bellheart, and Songclave, such as dooming Pilby, finding this guy and his brother, becoming a philanthropist by donating all the money we got from killing all those poor pilgrims. I love being rich. Helping Sherma find some bandages. Activating the Sentinel by collecting the 3 pieces of its heart from these bell puzzle rooms located around the Citadel. And finding Chakra in every area where she has a map, and complete her quest to find where her master is. All to unlock a quest to create a trap for GMS, get soul from Moss Church Lady, and a tool from Weave Nest Atla, which is kind of right near the start area, some soul from the Hermit beneath the Bellhard Bellway, make your way through Bile Water, where the water gives you every STD known to bug, and defeat fucking Grohl! Return to Songclave to have this guy complete the trap, and then, and only then, can you go and defeat GMS again and progress the story.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Lace, you dirty double-crossing, kill-stealing daughter of a bastard.
Oh, esa tormento.